Hey guys, Kevin from Kevin's Aquariums coming at you with another video this week. This week on my 45-gallon quarantine slash hospital slash grow out tank. I do have just a couple of fish in here right now. I've got two electric blue acara that weren't doing so well in the 125 that I moved over here. I've got one green tear in here that also has been in here for a little while that wasn't doing so good in the 125, and then I do have a red tear that I purchased and was quarantined before I put him in the big tank. You can kind of see him swimming around there in the back. Get you a little bit closer view here. Again, the two acara and the one green tear aren't doing so well. Medicating them in here. Kind of a glare on that one, but see if I can get a little bit better view here. You can kind of see the red. Well, there's a good shot of the red tear. First red tear I've ever owned. I was told when I purchased him that he was wild caught. However, the price for him didn't justify a wild caught fish. I did purchase him for $16 or $17. Again, not 100% sure if he's wild caught, but I am pretty sure that he is a red tear. He is kind of the boss of this tank for now until he moves into the bigger tank. One shot of the smaller green tear here that wasn't doing so good in the 125. This is we are in my office here. I guess I call it an office, not really set up as an office yet. I'll give you a quick little look around here in just a second. This tank is filtered by a Aquatop canister filter. I believe it's a CF500. Said it was rated for 175 gallons. It might be, I don't know. I don't think it would actually filter a tank up to 175 gallons, but it's doing great on the 45 gallon. Again, same light as all my other tanks, the Fluval Sky. Over here I do have all of the chemicals and medicines that I use in my tank when I have issues. On the left here is just some spirulina flakes that I like and my fish seem to love. I don't know where I'm going to get them now that the local fish store where I live is closed down. That's where I used to get them from. General Cure, copper test kit, aquarium salt, the API master test kit. I had some Metroplex, Canoplex, and Focus. I also got Stability, Cupramine, Melifix, Primafix, Stress Coat, and Garlic Guard. Normally when I am medicating these fish, I do normally use bloodworms. I am trying to get them switched over to a pellet, just because I do think that they absorb the medicine more. However, bloodworms are the only thing I can get my red tear to eat. If anybody has any ideas on how to switch them from bloodworms over to pellets, if you could leave that in the comment section below, that'd be great. I really don't want to be feeding this red tear bloodworms all its life. Yeah, so again, quick little shot here. I'll back up so you can actually see the whole tank. It does look really small on that wall, but I will be filling this office a little bit more. Give you a little quick shot of the whole room here. It's pretty empty, which is why it might sound a little echoey. I'm going to put an L-shaped desk in this corner, which is where once I start doing editing and everything, that's where all that'll be done. I do have another stand over here for a 55 gallon. I've got a tank out in the garage, but the center brace is broken off and missing. So I don't really trust it to set it up in here. eventually I'm gonna buy another used 55-gallon tank and put on top of that stand and get it up and running. Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna do 2 hospital tanks to start with or 2 quarantine tanks. You know, not 100% sure what I'm gonna do there yet. I do want to get some type of small racking system in here and try and breed some of my African cichlids, which would be here in this room as well. And then eventually I'm going to get a 45 or 200, I want to get a 240 gallon tank. I do really want a silver arowana. I don't know if a 245 is going to be big enough, or a 240 is going to be big enough. I might try and find something bigger than that. Get like a 8-foot tank. I guess it all depends on what becomes available, just because I don't normally buy brand new tanks unless if I'm searching for a long time and can't find what I'm looking for. And one more little close up here before I cut this video off for the night. And hopefully it won't be too long and these guys will be all fixed up and ready to go back in the 125. I might be putting the red terror in there sooner than later, just because he does seem to be really bullying the fish in the tank. If you guys could give me your thoughts on that. If you watch one of my other videos of the 125, you would be able to see how big the other fish are. Now, this green tear, or this red tear, is, I'd say maybe 3 inches. Probably closer to 2.5. So if you could give me your thoughts on possibly putting him in with the rest of the fish. My Jack Dempsey, the 2 bigger Jack Dempseys in the other video are roughly 8 to 9 inches. The red Texas is probably right around the same. Just looking, hopefully somebody out there has some advice on that. Do you think it might work? Is it something that I shouldn't do yet? If you could leave that in the comment section below, that'd be great. Until next week, you guys, have a good weekend. Or a good weekend, I should say.